Hey guys, and welcome back to Twilight Princess. It's time for, as the title would suggest, the final light/shadow bug hunt of the game.
I'm still confused. Are they light bugs because they absorb the light, or are they shadow bugs because they're inhabitants of, the Twilight realm?
Well, the game refers to them as shadow insects, if I'm recalling correctly, but I think we're just being pedantic now.
But the comments, Tom, if you get something wrong, it's egg on your face.
Well, you were the one who forgot glitches and whatnot in the Goron Mines.
Fine, yes, Super Mario Sunshine does not check every single shine. It only checks to see if you got the last one in each area before that Corona area opens up. Excuse me for not knowing a game I've never played.
Well, I was actually referring to Twilight Princess and the fact that you can take off the boots and still be walking on the ceiling.
Yeah, but that's just silly. It's not really useful.
I had so much trouble actually recording this part. For some reason I could just not line up these guys effectively to take them out in one shot.
Maybe their AI's getting smart.
God, that'd be weird. Adaptive AI in a Zelda game.
No, you wanna know what would be weird is Twilight Princess being difficult.
Oh damn. Yeah. I got to the last dungeon and enemies were still doing like half a heart's worth of damage, even the final boss.
Yeah, with that casual difficulty. Twilight Princess confirmed for sissy baby casuals.
Speaking of casuals, I know this is not a slant against Skyward Sword, even though I may be leading into such a discussion. On NeoGAF, and we're probably going to have to get a bit off topic here since it's just us going around getting these shadow insects. On NeoGAF there's a thread about Skyward Sword, and strangely, Majora's Mask always gets brought up as like, oh, this is inferior to Skyward Sword. And I noticed like a common thing. Skyward Sword is very straightforward and linear to a certain degree. Majora's Mask, it gives you like a set order of dungeons and it gives you like a set objective, but for the most part it does not hold your hand, so in many ways they're polar opposites.
Yeah, most 3D Zelda games, like, that's how they all are, is that the dungeons at the very least are going to point you in a linear direction, but yeah, with Majora's Mask, the dungeons are only about like 20-30% of the actual game, and then the rest of it is completely up to you. Hell, you don't want to do it at all, skip it. Yeah. If you want to do it all, then that's completely on you and your route planning. But yeah, with Skyward Sword, it seems like a greater percentage of the game is along that linear path.
You'll see what we mean when we come to cover Skyward Sword properly, and hopefully by then I'll have actually learnt to motion control properly, but I digress. I love Lake Hylia, to actually get back to the game we're covering. Not so much during the Twilight. I think this is the area that suffers the most from being shrouded in semi-darkness. The Goron Mountains, Death Mountain, looks great because it's kind of a dark area anyway, but this not so much.
I think the only thing I kind of enjoy about Twilight Lake Hylia is the purple water when you enter scent mode.
Yeah.
You know, since we have to keep bringing up Majora's Mask in this part, purple water is totally cool. Yeah, that wolf howl, it's not a song. Like, all the other ones are a reference, but that one's just high-low, high-low.
Come, Nightmare Bird, transport us to another part of the map. See, like, the whole bird's fine, and then you get to the face.
Yeah, and then it's not even a face. It's an orifice. That's some Giger crap right there.
Smash Bros. 3DS has dropped, and I know it's on your mind, so I may as well bring it up. Well, how do you feel about Midna and Wolflink being a character in the next one? Because Midna is in Hyrule Warriors, which is pretty good, by the way. Look out for a stream of that from us coming in the near future.
Oh yeah, definitely, since Hyrule Warriors kind of set up, it would be a precedence, I guess, to show how Midna could fight by herself, because I know when most people were asking, like, oh, we want Midna in the game, but how would she fight? Like, Hyrule Warriors is like, this is how you do it. She makes her own wolf. And so, yeah, especially since I could see her being another puppet character, which are my favorite.
Rosalina and Luma is your main in Smash, I presume?
Ain't nothing like Oda Odin with a star bit.
You can't pay for this. We're Starbits! I can't, whenever I see this section, I can't help but think of Fluzzard from Galaxy 2, and I think I brought this up last time, which just goes to show how I'm running out of commentary when it comes to no retake runs.
And I like how in the last part where we talked about how the flying section is actually pretty good, it controls well, it has some interesting architecture, whatever, but fuck the flying section when you have to find the bugs. Straight up, I hate this part of the light bug section. It's probably what makes this my least favorite light bug section, is having to avoid smashing into the wall while still trying to find the bugs.
I'll give the game credit. It would have made it extremely difficult if you could just go past the bug, but they seem to follow you when you get close to them, which is pretty gratifying, actually. It gives you like second and third chances to get them.
I hate it. I hate it because I always just smash into a wall.
Well, why don't you get good at video games, Mexi? Because obviously, if you're having trouble with a game, you must be bad at it.
But I kept pushing a button. I pushed the button and nothing happened. Clearly, I hate game.
Okay, I think we've reached our quota in the quoting regard.
It's got twitchy legs up in there.
What's a boonie? I'm gonna look this up.
It's usually like the backwoods redneck. You mostly hear it in the South to refer to Cajun people and whatnot.
A boonie hat, also known as a bush hat, is a form of wide-brim hat commonly used by military forces. Its design is similar to a bucket hat, but with a stiffer brim.
Yeah, that's another definition of it.
Urban Dictionary, boonies, the sticks, in the middle of nowhere. Usually associated with living out in the country.
There you go. Having fun there?
This is my foolproof way of finding out the correct pattern for howling.
Yeah, the howl is pretty... It's very lenient. It's pretty much like if you can get onto the right pitch for the first part of it and the last part of it, it kind of really doesn't give a shit what happens in the middle, as long as you get the beginning and end of each pitch.
Alright, Mexi, name that tune.
Aw, snap. That would be my favorite warp song in Ocarina of Time, Requiem of Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Love that cutscene. I love how glitchy you can make it when you bring Young Link into it.
Ocarina of Time 3D was so long ago now.
Like a year or something. In, like, playthrough time, that's, what, 2 parts?
Oh, on the internet, just, like, take a normal day and multiply it by 7. Have no fear, we'll have playthroughs for years.
Hooray! Oh, wait, what? Do I have to record said years worth of playthroughs? Because my contract didn't say anything about that.
Contract. No, you record certain playthroughs, I record other ones, I do all of the editing.
Oh, okay, good. So we can all blame you. Good.
Yes, basically.
Yay!
Alright, let's see where Golden Wolfie Lad is going to pop up this time.
You brought that up, didn't you, in the last part, that little pedestal?
Yes, yeah.
Nice.
Sorry, you confused me for a second, because I was thinking of the wolf after this one. I've recorded so much footage recently, I kind of get confused, which is odd for me. I usually record around the time we do commentary.
So what you're saying is that being productive has hindered your commentary abilities.
Yes, sadly.
So the solution is to continue being a lazy fuck, and we will have the best commentary we can possibly have.
Yes, basically.
I like how they try to include a lot more waterway transports. I mean, those are always really, really fun. This is what I mean when I say that the last Lightbug section has a way bigger scope than the other ones. Like, the ones in Elded, they were just in the village. The ones in the woods were pretty much only in, like, 3 map areas. The Lanayru Lightbug section is literally across the entire province. They're not just all in, like, Lake Hylia. You got some over by the Zoras, you got some by the castle, and they're just all over the place. And I guess they're trying to, like, ramp up the ante and be like, yo, last Lightbug section, hope you're ready for it, but way to make tedious worse.
It's giving Nintendo an inch and them taking a mile to give it a cynical twist.
Yeah, that is exactly what it is. What was she looking at back there?
Breaking the fourth wall, I guess. Like, hurry the fuck up and get this over and done with so we can actually go to the third dungeon.
Even the characters are bored of this shit.
Like, I've just finished, I think, recording part 20 or so, and the in-game clock says, like, 8 hours.
Jesus.
Yeah, Twilight Princess is a long game. It's our Kingdom Hearts 2, suck it up. Well, minus the 9-month hiatus, never again. Never again.
You can literally make a human being in a playthrough. And why are you gonna throw this in the middle of it too? Just, no! Streamline bug catching! I wanna just hurry up, get the bugs, and then get out of here. I don't wanna be fighting stupid strategic battles in the middle of my fetch quest.
Yeah, it breaks the flow, really. These pause will pay off eventually.
I am glad, though, that they do show up on the map. Could you imagine if you had to, like, while finding the bugs, you could try and find, like, a bug tracker item per quest?
The lens of bug truth.
Yeah, something like that, and then you could find it, or you could try and find all the bugs by yourself and be a pro gamer, or a twat.
I got shit to do, man. I got games to talk over.
I got games to get angry at Tom for making me talk over.
Yeah, exactly.
How does a bug even get in the box? Because it has to be manufactured in said box.
I don't know, it's one destined place, like a Lilo and Stitch experiment.
No. We're finding the light bugs Ohana.
Yep.
You know what? That actually makes me less mad at this section. Hey. You guys seen any bugs? Could you, like, find them for me? Or give them to me? You know what? Help me out here. Help a wolf brother out. I also like how the knights ditch them, only to come right back into the bar. Even the guards can't stay away. It's like, yeah, we're sissy cowards, but damn, Telma makes a good screwdriver.
That's a drink, right?
Yes.
Okay, what's it consist of, just so we can pad out the runtime a bit more?
Orange juice? I think it's orange juice and gin or vodka. It's hard liquor and orange juice, that's all I remember.
Well, this is a fill part, so once again I'm going to go to Google.
How to fill out a playthrough part with stupid bullshit.
A screwdriver is a popular alcoholic highball drink made with orange juice and vodka.
Nice!
Well, I don't drink but enjoy, I guess. I'll take the OJ, you can have the vodka.
Oh, straight up. I used to have a friend that he used to buy, like, those big gulp cups from 7-Up, which, in America, pretty much is the volume a small child would be if you liquefied it. It's a huge-ass cup. And he used to fill it with straight vodka and just chug it. Needless to say, I had very troubled friends with very serious life problems.
Yeah, there's just the one in here, I think. It's like a game of Where's Wally or something.
Yeah, although having to ram into the wall to wake him up just kind of reminds me of an Ocarina of Time where you have to roll into the trees to get some of the Skulltulas. Like, I can't believe it took me until now, but maybe that's what they were trying to do with this light bugs? Like, hey guys, remember in Ocarina of Time when you had to get all those bugs and it was super cool because you lifted a bug curse? Well, now we're gonna force you to do it.
Man, Bloom is just in overdrive here.
It would have been cool if the bloom was reflected too. It's like, it's not just an effect, it's literally in the world.
It's not just an effect, it's a way of life.
Gotta live that bloom lifestyle. You pick it, it doesn't pick you. Yes, I too enjoy platforming in my fetch quests.
Oh, we got platforming, ambushes, Bloom, Where's Wally sections.
This is pretty much the whole game. Like, you could condense the entire playthrough in this one part. You know what? Just watch this one part, and Twilight Princess done.
I'm sitting here wondering to myself, why is this part as long as it is? Because we've got 3 left, and there's a little twist for the last shadow insect, but besides that, it's not all that long. Then I remember there's a really silly cutscene at the end, so don't worry, this part will pay off.
Oh, the cutscene.
Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, Jesus, this part is batshit crazy. Do you think, like, a light bug section could have worked later on in the game where you do it as human Link? Like, instead, because Wolf Link has a limited moveset, but could you imagine a light bug section where you had to use, like, the boomerang and the bow, like, just, you had to use his actual gear?
That might be a bit unfair on the light bug side, because Link is very well equipped for dealing with enemies at range. It seems it seems that Wolf Link ups the difficulty a tad, so it just makes it a bit more fair.
Okay. Because I figured if you could maybe... You would have to obviously, like you said, increase either an AI or the difficulty in the bug locations for him, you know, to make it a fair fight, but I think it would just be kind of cool to be able to have different resources for actually collecting the bugs. It's a pretty good waterfall effect, you know, for being on the GameCube and all.
Mate, don't even get me started on GameCube water, alright? Pikmin, Super Mario Sunshine, the tightest shit. Like, you ain't even got an idea of how much I like GameCube water.
What do you think of Wii water?
It's roughly about the same.
But Xenoblade had good water, right?
And Xenoblade had great environments, just don't talk to me about the character facial animations. Fiora! Etc.
You weren't feeling it?
No, I'm not feeling it, Mr. Krabs.
Oh. Some of these bugs on the cliffs, these were definitely the ones that really got me when I first played the game, because I got all the ones that were like in the water, in the middle of an area, but yeah, some of these bugs are like on different elevations of the cliff. So, and those were the ones that got me.
You gotta pick like the correct path to go up, it's not really straightforward.
Exactly, like all the other ones you just run through them all, but that one, you gotta get to an area, then climb up, and then you're still within the same area. And on the map, it can be kind of confusing because the map obviously doesn't show elevation, so all the dots just look like they're next to each other.
Alright, let's head back to Lake Hyrule proper and get the last shadow insect. I'm sure nothing crazy is going to befall us.
It's not like we haven't already alluded to it like 5 minutes ago or something.
And it's not like we have a non-commentary channel where people can just see what's coming up next. You know, the mystery is gone, the magic is dead, HFC ending in 2015. Not really. Please don't go crazy.
I do enjoy the non-commentary channel, as the comments do give me the basis for pretty much all of my commentaries, so if you are a commentator on the playthrough channel, thank you. I owe you much.
I'm just swimming for here, see you in 10 hours.
We need the fast sail. We need fast pause.
Yeah, Midna, just hold up the fast sail if you could, please.
Make your hand into a sail. Come on, just hold it up.
Yeah, she's pretty much a cartoon character anyway.
Like a high five or something.
This is getting very ominous right now.
It's like we're trying to set up tension or something.
Oh, I recognise that camera angle. It's time for a mini-boss fight.
Oh, I thought it was just gas.
Excuse you, Lake Hyrule.
How rude.
And it's absolutely nothing.
Oh, no, it's that Sparky thing from Kirby. Nope! Nope, colossal amounts of nope. Not happening.
It's like something out of Earthworm Jim.
Jesus Christ, that thing is fucking huge and gross and big, and if it tried to rip your tongue out, it would just take your whole goddamn head off.
This isn't much better. Just biting the undercarriage of a gigantic death insect.
It's very satisfying. I mean, especially when it literally... It's a actual squishy underbelly. It's not even metaphorical.
Kind of annoying. You get hit, you get knocked out of sense mode.
It's already disgusting. Do you really need to give it electricity powers?
Okay, one more round and that should do it.
Well, it says Twilight Princess, so I guess the difficulty's on par. I do like how when you attack it, its arms sort of like pop out like a little stress squeezy doll. Wolf Link has had enough of your shit!
Okay, and now for the coup de grace. You gotta use Midna's attack here. This one actually baffled me for the longest time.
Yeah, but it's the coolest one, though.
And there we go, light bug hunt over and done with.
Man, that one must have a huge light in it. Oh. Well.
Just the one, I'm afraid.
Oh. Maybe it would have been a lot better if maybe you could have that last giant bug have 3 lights in it. That way you're sort of like, oh man, why can't I find the last 3? And then you get this giant boss fight. It's like, oh, there they are. I think that would have been a cooler bait and switch.
Like, one of them was just hanging out by Telma's bar. Didn't want a drink or something.
It was just there to make you go way across on the other side of the province and waste yours, mine, everyone's time.
Well, that won't be the end of fetch quests and the like in Twilight Princess, but it is the end of the shadow insect / light bug hunt, so we can all breathe a sigh of relief now. The commentary can actually go up a couple of octaves in terms of excitement and enthusiasm.
Is this the part where the game gets better?
Actually, yes. I would say 3rd dungeon onwards, the game definitely picks up pace.
Thank fucking Christ. Damn it, I've had enough of guardian spirits being dragons in this series. Please, no.
This is a snake, actually.
Yeah, but it could be dragon-esque.
Seems kind of Python-esque to me, actually.
It's got an alligator face. At least it doesn't have human lips. Like, thank God for that. It must be really frustrating to talk with a giant orb of light in your mouth. And then I'm gonna get the clue, and that's how you do it. See, I can't do it.
The dark power that you seek... excuse me. The dark power that you seek. We're going to need some kind of Zora tunic to get down there, aren't we? Also, can you turn that thing off? It's shining a rainbow in my face.
Bloom wasn't enough. Now we need lens flare.
Okay. This is where I kind of have to turn on Cynic mode, because the cutscene that's following is pretty stupid.
Can I join you in Cynic mode? Let's do it together.
Yeah, it's a co-op run.
This is the cutscene that I remember hearing about from everyone when they're saying Twilight Princess is so dark. There is this one cutscene that it's so dark and so creepy and scary. It blew my mind and made me scared. I couldn't sleep. It's like, wow, are you like a colossal baby or something?
Did you never play Majora's Mask?
Exactly! No! You want scary. Barnes clearly said something that is about 10 times more disturbing and scary than this entire cutscene.
This is basically setting up between, like, the clash between the Light Realm and the realm of Twilight, or the Dark Realm. It kind of fuzzes over the details, and that's the only time the Triforce appears in the game, apart from, like, murals and the like.
And the statues and stuff. And of course they had to also bring in the 3 golden Oscar awards that fly across the sky.
The goddesses, for reference.
Because when you take someone's pupil out of their eyes, they're just so much scarier.
The music in this scene is pretty great, but I don't know why it had to use, like, Link and the like as characters.
I guess once again it's just to make it creepy. It's like, oh man, these models are the character I'm playing and he's doing not heroic but actually kind of scary things. I don't know, it's trying so hard to be psychological and unsettling, but it really comes off as try hard.
A little bit, yeah.
The story itself and the cutscene, what the cutscene is actually telling you is interesting. Like, it would have been cooler if we actually got a battle set piece or something. This whole I don't know. This whole ethereal Twilight Zone bullcrap just doesn't work.
Battle in the Mindscape or something.
Exactly, that would have been so cool. But no, we gotta make Link look super crazy and scary.
No, Midna's helmet in the background. Foreshadowing. that doesn't really come off as scary, more goofy than anything really. I've kind of become desensitized by like games' attempts to freak me out in the psychological horror department.
Maybe you should play PT.
My mind is more broken than anything you can represent. This right here, absolute bullshit. Link does never once become possessed by this dark power.
Exactly. Oh, and I think now we're Kingdom Hearts or some shit.
And so this is where Nomura got the inspiration for Dream Drop this. It's like right here. Like he's very clearly turning evil there, or at least in the process of becoming a different person.
And it brings up a good point. You're collecting dark fragments of pure evil in the first half of the game. That could have been super cool to affect, like, Link's personality, what little he has. But no, we just gotta have a creepy, spooky cutscene, and then drop it.
Oh, it would have been so much better if Link died at the end of the game.
Yes.
That's my impression of myself doing an impression of people who want story in Zelda games. But I digress. Please join us next time where the game actually becomes interesting again. Bye bye for now.